Hey guys, so I'm a little girl today. She's hanging out with me out here, and a couple of little screw ups this morning, or this afternoon I should say. First of all, this wasn't heated up good, so it was a little thick. So when I put my first coat on, it was really thick and hard to spread. So I used my little heater here and heated it up. The second one went on a whole lot better. You can see there. Kind of tape these off just to keep the shit out of them, so I don't have as much work to do. That's where the mirror goes. This one here, that was the other thing. I did half of it and pretty much ran out. So then I 80 gridded all this back down on the edge and then ran the other half. You always, from what I understand, you always want to make sure you don't just go right back over that regular filler. You're gonna put a tooth in it if you do that. But anyway, so yeah, for me, this is the first full door I've done, because at the body shop we did patches. I mean, literally we did a dent and that was it. You know, I mean, there was no get this mixed up, figure out how much you need, and wipe the whole door. And so it's kind of a guesstimate type deal. Like I said, the first batch that I mixed up was really thick, so I probably could have spread it over, made it go a little farther, but it was so stinking thick that it was just hard to spread. So if it's cold outside, or like I've had it 70 some degrees in here, but that filler has been in that cabinet, so it didn't get the same heat that everything else got. And I got to thinking when I opened it up and kind of mixed it up a little bit and laid it out there, I was like, man, that shit is like peanut butter. It's kind of thick. Well, instead of going ahead and heating it up first, I went ahead and tried to spread it, which that was a mistake. So, I mean, not a big mistake. It still worked. This is the one I did first. Took 40 grit on a mud hog. This mud hog here. And I bought a 27-inch flex block. This is like a 15-inch. So when I go to blocking this top, it's going to be, I'm hoping it's going to be awesome. Same with this door. I'm hoping to get that flex block in the next couple of days. I'm just knocking this down just to get it to where it's not, it's starting to sit up now, so I probably need to get on it a little bit. But where it's not so hard to sand, because you got all these little ridges. So I'm just going to knock that down with 40 grit. I went back over this with 80 grit. You can see maybe it's kind of starting to ghost here in certain places, so you can see how thin it is. But I'm sure I'm going to block a lot of that back off, and I'll probably have to re-wipe it depending on, whatever. But yeah, that's it. I'm going to get on that and I'll bring you back. See ya. Alright guys, I'm going to show you my setup here on this. Cleaned off my gun washer. I got a piece of glass. It actually was a piece of broken glass from the house, and I just kept it. And it's actually a really nice piece of glass, so I thought, man, it'd be perfect for a bigger board to mix Bondo on or filler on, because the little sheets aren't going to cut it for that door, so you got to mix up quite a bit more. Had I been smart, I would have run some tape down the center and just done half of it, and then did the tape on the other side and done half of it. But I thought I was going to wipe the whole thing and just didn't realize how thick that first application was. So anyway, I've got this block down where most of the high spots and stuff are out. Got that block down. I went with 40 first, and I went with 80 grit now. These blocks, I'm telling you, from my experience, are pretty awesome, because they really contour, because they flex, and they really contour to that shape. Also under here, it's got a piece of steel. It's like a flexible piece of steel underneath there, so it's really flat and straight. Same with this side. You can still see a few little, just needs to be sanded down better. And like I said, you can see it ghost in there, so it's pretty thin. So this is probably going to be as good as I'm going to get it today. And I don't know if that light, it's really, really smooth, feels flat. You can see I've just ghosted through in areas, and that's still got 3 coats of epoxy. So that's just the top coat that's just scuffing and it feels really nice. What I said here on these little low spots, and you see I broke through here on the edges, which that's not uncommon. Same here. So what I may do is go ahead and hit this again with some, once I get this down better than what it is. Matter of fact, I may go ahead and 180 grit it and then cover it in another couple of coats of epoxy, just the front, and that way it'll show me anything, any imperfection, and then I can go over that with my polyester primer if I decide to go that direction. But yeah, I'm good with this, and you know, it's not done, but it's a lot better than it was. And like I said, it's, well, you won't be able to see that more than likely, but once I put this glossy black finish back over it, you'll be able to see night and day difference on what it was when I showed it to you when I just did the metal. And this is literally why you need to put filler on your car, otherwise it's going to be ripply, just the way it is. That's going to be it for today, and got some progress done. And like I said, it's not 100% yet, but I got to go in the house and take care of my little girl, feed her, and Mama's gonna come home and she's gonna want to eat. So, all right, guys, we'll talk to you later.